All right, what's going on, guys? So I'm just waiting on to see if the stream starts going in a second. Let's see. It's not working. All right, there we go. So, anyways, guys. So, what I want to basically discuss in this quick video, real quick, is Funding Talent. So, Funding Talent just released an email, literally a couple of about 2 or 3 hours ago, and so very disappointing what we've kind of seen. Basically, Funding Talent came out with an email saying that effective immediately, we're gonna see a just a complete permanently change of removing the challenge model off the Funding Talent program offering. So it's something that it's extremely very frustrating to a lot of people, including me. I know a lot of people are just very pissed right now, and I get it. I'm as pissed as you guys. Basically, they came out with this email saying that, like any new business, Funding Talent experience difficulties that are often felt during periods of hypergrowth. So basically, with all this BS, the short-term story basically is that they are basically broke. They went broke because they went through the challenge models with the very low margins, literally almost negative margins, and basically they could not afford to pay all these members making profits and basically continue on with the business model, because obviously whenever with these prop firms, statistically over 90% of traders fail these challenges. So they take profits from those challenges because FTMO is not an actual prop firm, and it doesn't hold any live capital, it doesn't have any capital from investors at all, right? So it's something that it's not even a real prop firm, to be honest. It's just a simulated demo account where these traders make these profits from these accounts, from those trading accounts, and then they'll take the profits from the failed people who failed these challenges and give them to the traders. That's just a simple fact. So, whenever they saw these big traders make with six figures, $300,000 accounts, making over $20,000, $30,000, $75,000. I know someone who actually made $75,000 today in Funding Talent. And they just can't afford to pay all of those people. Now they could afford to pay people with smaller accounts, like a $25,000 account, because it was just just a couple $100 or whatever. But I mean, it's very frustrating right now. It says the new Edge program will begin on Monday, October 4th, but it'll be taking place for the accounts this Saturday. For the elite accounts, like for myself and a lot of people that I know, is that basically we'll be able to withdraw our final payouts, which, I mean, that's pretty good. But, maybe I'm just tripping. But from what I see right over here is that, as a one-time courtesy, we'll be removing the consistency parameters for Challenge Elite members on their next payout. And then on the next sentence, it says the Edge program the Edge program and payout cap and payout percentage will be applied at the next and final Challenge Elite payout. So what does that mean? So if you guys have not taken a look at the Edge model, basically payout structure or whatever, it's pretty dumb. I mean, they went from the challenge account, from literally getting paid 80% of profits to 90%, to just now decreasing it all the way to 25% of profits. I mean, that's just the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my life. So you can see here, Edge members can earn 25% of simulated profits on this account. Dumb, just very dumb. On a $25,000 account, you must accumulate 2550 in simulated profits in order to request a payout. So if you don't know what $1,250 on a 25K account is, 5%. So you have to make 5% in order to be able to withdraw 25% of 5%. What is 25% of $250? That's like, let's just do some math because I'm not fucking good at math, right? That's like 2550. That's like $312. So you'll have to make $312. I mean, you have to make 5%, $1,250, 5% on the account just to make about 1%, 1.2, 1.3% of the account. Just dumb, very dumb thing. It's just a very stupid thing that they came up with, to be honest. And then the max payout cap, which will be on a $25,000 account, will be $37.50 per month, and then the 100K account, it'll be $15,000. Which it does not say here. Did they literally just remove this shit? No, it's right here. Okay, so yeah, maximum payouts is going to be $15,000 per month. So they have payout caps, and now you're only able to withdraw 25% of profits. So dumb and very dumb, just extremely dumb. You know why? Because if I literally just start trading a live account with another prop firm, there's no payout cap, and they for sure in hell ain't going to give us 25% of simulated profits. Like, it's just the dumbest thing. Like, they went from 80%, 90% all the way to 25% with that payout cap. The thing with trading, the thing that I love about trading, there's no cap. It's not like sales. There's no commission, right? You make what you work hard for, what you basically trade on the markets every single day. So there's no cap, and they're giving a cap on this bullshit, bro. Like, it's extremely frustrating, coming from this. But honestly, I could have seen it coming, to be honest, because they went really aggressive in the beginning, trying to push these new kind of models, even though their first model, which was I think the flex account, didn't even work out, and they just kept pushing these accounts, and they didn't even realize like the negative margins that came out with these challenge accounts, and not being able to have actual live capital from investors. Like, this is not an actual prop firm. Funding Talent is not an actual prop firm. They have no live capital from any investors, right? Like, trading these accounts, like for these specific trading accounts, their whole motive is just basically that all these traders that failed these challenges will basically give them all the profits to the traders who are actually making money. And it's just a stupid model, to be honest, because exactly that can give you a negative margin whenever these traders make huge amounts of money on a specific month, right? And then some of them may be in arbitrage techniques, and they can make even more money, right? So I mean, it's just even I could see it coming. I'm just a 20-year-old, not very experienced, and I would say experienced businessman, but even I could have seen that shit, because how basically those negative margins will definitely eat up those challenges, because their challenges not even a lot. Their challenges are, I think, one of the lowest right now. So having a low challenge with even lower margins, and then having these accounts just giving you a very big negative margin whenever these traders make huge gains on a specific week or month. And I know someone who made $75,000 on a $300,000 account just today. Just today. So I really do hope that they actually pay us out. I'm really wanting that. But from what I see right over here from this sentence, I think it means that we will only be paid 25% on our last final challenge elite payout. So not only are they fucking us, not only are they not giving us our full profits, and basically taking away those challenge accounts and giving us some bullshit edge program that just gives you 25% of profits, and then it gives you a payout cap. Like, this cannot get any worse, bro. Like, honestly, this cannot be the worst prop firm on the planet of the earth. And then with this owner basically being very flashing her titties, or excuse me, I gotta cut that out, bro. Flashing her fucking wealth or whatever, her money all over Instagram, saying that she has the best prop firm in the world. That's not it, right? You can't be doing that, and especially saying that you have the best prop firm in the world whenever you can't even take criticism for yourself, right? You can't take criticism. Like, and then she posted like a fucking like half nudity picture on Instagram or some BS. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy, right? From what I've seen personally is that she couldn't take any criticism, and the lack of professionalism from her end to be able to kind of simulate that to the whole brand of herself and the Funding Talent brand. It was not at all. It was literally non-existent. The professionalism, like, they kept changing the rules, they kept on changing their mind on specific stuff. It's just very disappointing, right? It's extremely disappointing. So from what I see here, hopefully it's not true. Hopefully I'm autistic or something, that I'm not reading this right. But from what I'm seeing on this specific sentence, it's only going to be 25% profits, which, I mean, it's pretty dumb. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm angry, just like you guys are. It's very disappointing whenever you do a challenge, whenever you make a $6-figure to $200,000 account challenge, you complete it or whatever, and you have it, and then all of a sudden that they come out with this like BS. So I understand completely what you guys, the same level of anger that's coming from everyone here. So I mean, yeah, the edge just talks about the edge. I mean, I'm gonna request a refund on all my accounts and get my final payout, and just basically be done, honestly, because I'm so done with this funding talent. It's not even a prop firm. Yeah, so if you have a challenge phase 1 and 2 account that has not been violated, you could actually get a refund. So if anyone is taking a challenge right now with funding talent, either in phase 1 or phase 2, basically, if you haven't, broken any of the rules or anything like that, you could basically get a full refund, or you can get the edge account. Which, I mean, to be honest, bro, like it's not worth the time, in my opinion, where you're making 5% on an account and only being able to withdraw 1% out of that 5%. So if you make 10%, guess what? Only 2%, around 2%. I think that's one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen in my life or ever heard in my life, where they went from 80 to 25%, and now the traders have to work even twice as hard. And whether they, if they were in a different prop firm where they make 10% on a specific month, they'll be able to make 8% on that 10%. But with funding time, with this new BS payout structure, you'll only be able to make 2%, around 2%. So on a $25,000 account. Same with 100K. So if you make about, let's just say, the payout cap is 15%. So if you have to make 5%, so which is $5,000 right over here. So if you make $5,000, you won't be only able to withdraw about $1,250, which is about 1.2%, right? And then your payout cap will be $15,000. So it's a little bit bigger on the 100K account, but I think it's just the way that they did it specifically. I don't know if they meant it or whatever, but the way they did it. I think it's pretty dumb in how they kind of being able to do that, because you can make $15,000, 15% on a specific account, but you could only withdraw 25% of that $15,000. Like, it literally makes no sense to me. Maybe like I said again, I'm autistic and I'm not reading this right, but from what I see here, it's just complete BS. So, I mean, going forward, I'm completely getting a full payout, and I'm leaving funding talent and not looking back. I'm looking to go back to full time with FTMO, and basically try out some other prop firms like Nations Trading. I've heard some good reviews of Nations Trading, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, it's extremely frustrating coming from me and a lot of people seeing this, and just a lack of professionalism. Like you guys who've been with FT funding talent and been with an elite account with them, you guys have seen like the lack of professionalism the last couple of, I would say, literally since I came back from infantry OSIT. I was literally gone for like 3 months, and I came back, and even with more BS with funding talent. Like before I left for infantry OSIT, I was going through the BS with funding talent, and the owner literally, like, I guess she hated me or something like that. We were talking through emails, and just a lot of BS that happened. So even coming back, I saw that they came out with these new models, whatever, and I was like, oh, maybe they've changed a little bit, but completely false. They did not change at all. They just completely effed a lot of people up, including me, including a lot of people. They have thousands of people with these challenges and stuff like that. So it's going to be very hard for a lot of people. So going forward, all we could do is just basically move on. I mean, this is the type of business from literally Canada. This is why I don't like the idea of having a lot of capital in a different kind of country. Because obviously with Canada and even with the FTMO having their kind of whole capital structure being based off from, I believe it was in Europe, right? You'll be able to kind of alleviate yourself out of things that you wouldn't normally get yourself out of if you were based in the United States. And that's why, because of the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, all these kind of new rules coming out, they're extremely strict. It can give you your margins could be a little bit lower here, but I mean, the good thing about having an FTMO prop firm or a prop firm coming from the United States is that it's very regulated, and you're not going to see a lot of kind of stuff like this happening, where they kind of fucked a lot of people up and they're not going to pay out some specific traders or whatever. Like it's one of the kind of, I would say, risks that you have to take whenever you invest into a prop firm outside of the United States, because they're not going to be with the SEC. They're not going to be as heavily regulated, and they can do some stuff that they wouldn't be allowed to do in the United States. So, I mean, maybe I'll start my own prop firm soon or whatever. But I mean, it's extremely disappointing seeing all of this happening within just a matter of like a couple of hours, and everyone is just ranting on social media. I believe that they don't even have an Instagram, right? Someone fact check me on that. I think they removed their Instagram. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, that's not it. What the heck? It just shows me a random lady. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, well, looks like they removed their account. Just gives me this random freaking lady. What the fuck? All right, so other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this little video. I'm gonna make another video going in depth with Funny and Talent, my experiences with them, because there's a lot of BS that I've been through with them, and it sucks. But lesson learned. I have to focus more with FTMO, because FTMO has actually been been here longer than most prop firms. It's been here for 4 years, literally since I first began trading. So FTMO does sound like the safer bet, even though they're based off a different country. They have more experience, they have more capital, they have more investors, and heavily invested in their firm. So I mean, it seems like the best bet, and they've never missed a payout for me, right? They've always been very professional from my standpoint with FTMO. And then Funny Talent, I mean, not really. I mean, their response time with customer service, whatever, it's just it is so bad. Like, I'm still waiting like 10 responses before this email came out from the support, because I needed some help with issuing some refunds on these other accounts, and no response, whatever. So it is what it is, right? All you can do is just move on. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and let me know if you guys have any kind of negative reviews of Funny Talent. If you guys have any bad experiences with Funny Talent, comment below, and I will like to read them out and see your experiences with them. But yeah, I'll be coming out with another video next. I would say probably next video, kind of more going in depth with Funny Talent and the negatives between them. I know I made a negative video about FTMO about almost a year and a half ago, and I love how FTMO just kind of changes, right? They listen to what has been going on, and they change, right? They change with the FTMO new model, with the swing model. They basically increased their payouts from 80 to 90%. They lowered the payments as well, and they came out with a new payout system as well that gives you the ability to withdraw your money much more fast than ever before, and not being able to just create an invoice and then send it to them back, whenever I was with FTMO, about a year and a half ago. So they kept changing, and they kept listening to, basically us, and they showed a lot more professionalism. So even though I made a negative video and I got a lot of hate from that, I mean, I know FTMO right now is probably the best prop firm out there for sure. And one of the worst prop firms for right now is definitely Funny Talent. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any